Hey everybody, this is Grace, and pardon the way I'm doing this video, but it is what it is today. It's been raining. We had a storm come in late last night or early this morning, whichever way you look at it. And the roads are still slick, even though it stopped a few hours ago, but I'm not going to go anywhere. It's too noisy in the house. So I'm doing my videos this way today. In this video, I want to talk about various things, but basically some frustrations lately. And I used to come outside and do videos and, kind of like vent or rant my frustrations. And then more recent, I guess, I don't know how long, maybe months, I've changed to doing these little stories, which really helps me to do these stories. But I stopped doing more, mainly stopped doing the rant videos kind of thing. And it didn't do well. Of course, this is for me. I'm not saying for anybody else, but this is a form of journaling. Like you hear people say, their counselors or whomever told them to do the journaling for them. It doesn't work for everybody, but this is the way it does for me. And I've done it for years. And even when I was 10 years old, I wrote a journal, seriously, and it helped me then. Because I had a lot of things going on, even as a child. So when I first heard about diaries, I think is when I started doing them. But anyway, like I said, I stopped recently doing those, and it has not been helping me at all because I did that. It helps some to do those stories, but it's still not venting, really. I could do some things. So anyway, so I'm out here now because I'm just not feeling good again. Okay, and one of the things I had wondered about myself, now I'm not talking about anybody else, is, if doing these things since I was then, way back, I don't know when I started thinking this, but is it helping me to actually resolve the situation also? It helps, sure, it's good that it helps me, definitely good that it helps me just to release some stress, and I call it my pressure relief valve, and get those things out of my system. Like people say, like if you hold something, like a problem, and you have to, keep your, what is the term for it? Cannot remember, but you basically keep quiet about it, that you're going to explode, something like that. None of this is going to work for everybody, okay? I'm talking about me. I want to keep repeating that, but I don't want to have to keep repeating. But in this, I don't know. I mean, I've heard that since I was a kid. For some reason it makes me think there's a word in there about a balloon. Your balloon will pop or something. You get expand so much if you don't release the stress. In that case, the air, I guess. You have too much air in it. Whatever. It brings that image to my mind. Somebody tell me why. But anyway, I believe in it. I have to release some of the stress of different things, and I'll talk about some of it. Years ago, I don't know how long ago, I started some of it, like I said, about writing these little stories, and I've been doing that for I don't know how long, years. And some of them I started doing it a couple years ago, maybe more, I don't know. But even before then, I would write little stories and I'd put them online. Okay, on YouTube videos, put them online, make them public. And some people liked them then, but so like I said, recently, ever since probably sometime 2020, I really got into it more because I was one that had to stay home because I was more vulnerable before I got, I'm trying to avoid saying those words and everything, but I did eventually, and, could go out, but I still don't go as many places, and I'm always putting, something covering my face. I'm trying to avoid the words, so. AI might not like it, but the whole thing about it is the AI doesn't like me anyway. Okay, now that's the frustration. I don't know what it is, why it is, but let me get to that now. Back when I started, like I said, when I first started putting up those videos, with stories, mainly the ones that I started putting up that were more in a series. I think it was 2019. It may have been before then, but people liked them. People watched them. Okay. And then, like I said, last year, 2020, I started making more. And one of the bad things I know that I'm doing wrong is I will put up videos and then I would change them. I'd download them and put them on, delete them and then put it on a different channel. I did that way too much. I have a video, I don't know when I'll put it up, I've already made it previously, about how I cannot stop changing my mind. I'm serious. It's like, I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm constantly changing my mind. And it's mainly about these videos. And some of them I've had for, at least since last year. And when I have to go back and listen, I'm kind of like, well, I wonder how this storyline's going to go. Even though I have it written, okay, I could go and read what I had written. But listening to it, I hear a little more details. And I'm like, wow. I didn't know that. I forgot it because I have so many of them. At one time that I had that weren't published, they were uploaded but not published, a total of 63. Okay, you think now that means that there was a whole bunch more that have already been published, made public, the videos. And like I said, I've written them too. So total remembering everything, every detail? No, no, not at my age, okay. At least, I'm not saying that's for everybody, remember, I'm talking about me. So, boy, that sounds so funny to be saying, I'm just talking about me. Does not sound good. But it is what it is, seriously. Okay. Anyway, so like I said, I started moving those videos around, and I started using different channels. Now, I've been doing videos on my original channel for 7 years. 7 years back in August 2021. And so I've had other channels, different reasons. I'm not going to go into all that. But then I started saying, okay, I'm going to try this. Make new channels or use old ones I haven't used, for, like since 2015 or something like that, and just try them, or have never used, or whatever was the case. Or maybe one of them had 5 videos on it. I think it was from 2018, and then I stopped. And I think I would put one up and then I'd take them down. This is probably my problem, or at least one of them, is that I delete videos, and yeah, maybe the AI is not comfortable with that. Maybe, who knows? Who really knows? I mean, you can listen to the gurus, and I have found that everything that they say does not work for me, okay? And then you kind of see them say, well, anybody who doesn't work for it, you're doing it wrong. That's what I do. Okay. And anyway, that's part of the rant, but I'll just leave it right there. But anyway, so I started making them public, and in different ways. There are different types of videos. Some that person doesn't even know, like, had a channel, nobody knew who I was, whether I was male or female, what age group, they didn't hear my voice. It was more than one channel like that. Still, one of them is still like that. And guess what? No views. I put up many videos, no views. The only view that they would have, and I'm not suggesting anybody do this, it's the way I have to, is once I upload the video, and I'm sure maybe other people have this problem, some of them don't upload right. I have to go in and listen to them before I make them public, because some of them, many of them actually, one year it was just especially, I think it was last year, or maybe the last year and the part of the year before, they would just, like, it would say I would say a few words, and then it would cut off, and then it wouldn't, then it'd say, like, maybe say the end of the whole video, and then nothing else, or to pause, and then right at the end of it, it would have some. So they were, somehow messed up. I realized it was what I was using. They had changed so much, and plus it would crash my phone, which is what I use to do the videos, is my cell phone. And it was just such a mess. So I had to, going back years ago, I would go back and I'd listen to them and put in the tags and the description and all this stuff and a title, And back then, I never could figure out how they expected you to leave your own comment. That was back when it was classic, because that thing didn't work for me where you could. It never worked for me right. It didn't put it on the channel, at least, wherever it put it. But anyway, I never could figure out how you could do it without watching your own video. So I just got in that habit. I'm not monetized on any of my channels, so none of them are monetized. So that's the only way I can guarantee that is, besides if somebody told me, and I don't get very many comments. Seriously, hardly ever get a comment unless it's somebody trying to promote their own channel, by saying, hey, come to look at mine. You're trying to do that sub for sub. I don't do sub for sub, so don't even try. And you shouldn't be either. It's against the rules from what I understand, from what I remember reading. But anyway, I do not do that. And also, I like I said, I don't get any. If it's that, or if it's a bot, or if it's somebody who's not even reading my video, watching my video, they're just wanting to have their voices heard, not even reading it. And some of them, like I said, are these troll comments, bot comments, and very seldom do I ever get a troll comment. I don't get comments, so really, I really don't on any of my channels. And Okay, and like I'm saying, I decided to try. I had all these videos. I'm going to make them. Some of them, one time the other day, I just felt like I'm just going to make 4 of them public. Boom. Nobody watched any of them. Nobody watched any of them still. Okay. And I can go in there and look at the reach, the impressions, and like 0 impressions or 3 impressions. 4 maybe. And what are the odds somebody's going to watch them? One of my channels, oh my goodness, the one that's the better channel, or was, I have a troll or something that goes, every time I put up a video, they go in and they watch it only for a few seconds, several times in a row. I have reported them. It looks like twice. One time, then they came back, they did it one time, I reported it to, sent feedback to YouTube, and then it went from what it was under, it went to a different one. It seems like maybe they lost their account. Okay. And then they came back a week or so later, did it again, several times for just a few seconds. I reported that. It seems like that one made an account. Well, I made that video private, and they keep coming back, and I'm like, I send them another one to YouTube. That would be the 3rd one, saying, look, I feel like I'm being cyber stalked. And I told them I don't even know what it was. Well, guess what? It happened again. Okay, there are other things going on in between all this on that channel. And I had at one time just took all my videos and put them on private or unlisted. I don't remember which one. Which does not help, which is probably another problem. But if I had feedback, it would have been great. But, yeah. Okay, anyway, at that time, after I took all my videos on that channel and put them on private or unlisted, whatever it was, I got a comment from somebody who's never, ever left me a comment. Seems like it was a younger man, and younger than me. And I'm not a man, I'm a female. I'm a woman. And anyway, he left me a comment and said, what happened to all your videos? Never had written me, never, don't know him, nothing. Okay, and that was awful suspicious. Since I said, I don't get comments every blue moon. And it's usually, like I listed before, that type, the type, like, trying to get video, views for their own channel. When I first started YouTube, there was a woman who did that. Everybody who commented to me, she went and watched their channel, and she left them all these comments, and they basically joined hers, left mine, and she was a copycat too. Everything I did, she'd copycat, and she'd start trouble. She was a mean girl, she was a total mean girl, and I learned that's kind of norm for at least me. It was that there would be copycats. I'm talking like I put up a video that has an original thing on it within 24 hours or 48 at the most. Those copycats, different times, different copycats. One time there were 2 at the same time. They would put the same thing, the same thoughts, steal my ideas, steal my thoughts, steal my topics still whatever. And then some of these gurus, at least 2, put out there that that's okay to do. And then there were other people. Oh my goodness. Oh, I need to go. One of the reasons, well, you don't know this, but it's later in the day, today after the storm and all that. I'm just looking at my cell phone, and it's telling me I don't have the, that it's already going into countdown of how many minutes I have left to do videos, and I have to have double of how the length of it. Well, one of them is because I'm getting really bad about, I tried all morning to get most of the videos off of my camera, uploaded. Well, go through I use KineMaster, do all that, put them, upload them, wait for them to actually get through processing, and then, I can do more than one, and I have, try to wait till it get processing. But then it takes up, I think it takes up triple the space, because I can't delete it until I know for sure it's up there. And right now it's telling me, yeah. And I had told myself from now on, when I make videos, they're going to be long videos. Because I have a bunch that are just like a few minutes, not even 10 minutes. And what good is it for me? And what good is putting videos up anyway for me these days? Really, if I'm going to go through all that trouble making a thumbnail and listening to the video, it might as well be something long and I get a lot out. I go back and forth on that. Can't make up my mind. But these other things all these channels I've tried to put those different stories, because the stories, it's all a huge series, but it has different kinds of, has of course different characters. I have around probably 200 characters, but they have different focus, it's a different focus on some of them. So each channel would have its own little series, but they were all together, a series plural, then they would all together come. But I would put the ones, like 5 different ones on a channel, so it would kind of flow with all the different people and the different foci. They would all be on that one channel. But I kept switching them around, changing what I wanted to do, how I wanted to do it. What would this, this one would lead to that, so I need to put that on this channel and all that. And that could be the problem, like I said. It could be the whole problem why I don't get any views. No views, except for that one, like I have to go back and hear it. I have to go back and make sure that it completed the whole video. Because some of them would go half and then suddenly cut off. I've had that, and then come back, and on, But anyway, now, like I said, I've been working this morning trying to do it, but not nonstop. That's not me. But still, it's a lot of work involved, and I've been doing this for, from the original channel, right over 7 years. For what? I never really was looking at making money, and that's a good thing. Some people say it's because one woman, never heard from her before, she asked me, do I have any videos with my cell phone camera, and finally answered her, because that kind of annoyed me. And there were reasons, and finally told her, not in a long time, but I used to do them at least like 1 week out of a year. I put myself on camera. But with my allergies are getting worse, and I go to put makeup on, and my camera is a funhouse mirror. When I try to make my cell phone camera, it's just really wonky. And the inside, we have solar screens on our windows, and so everything's got like a little yellow tint to it. It's just one thing after another. And I know people say, well, get your lamp, get your light, get your this. Yeah. And for what? No views? This just gets me. I actually sent on one of my channels asking YouTube about, I don't even remember what I wrote, no views, no promotion, no, any of my videos. And it wasn't always that way. I've been on, like I say, 7 years on the original channel. It has not always been like that. Back then you didn't have to, promote yourself on some other social media, platform to get views, and you hear you listen to some of those gurus, and they say tipsters, you know, on how to do your channels, and they say don't do that. Don't promote on, you know, some other social media website. Well, I'm looking at these and saying that's the only way I get views. And like one of them is going down, it seems like. The views have always consistently come in at around 2 minutes. I could put up a video with 40 something minutes. The average will be 2 minutes. Seriously. I can put one up that is like 4 minutes. It's going to be 2 minutes. The average watch. It's always, you know, and I've even done the thing of putting up 2 minutes and something. It comes back 1 minute. Seriously. And not going to, no, does nobody ever finish them? And some of those, you know, when I'm talking about 2 minutes or so, those were written on PowerPoint, so they're not hearing my voice. I know some people say my voice is calming, and some people, you know, I get the feeling that they don't like my voice. They make assumptions because of my voice, and boy, would they ever be wrong to make those kinds of assumptions. But anyway, yeah, I like to do a somewhat stream of consciousness kind of videos, just go with my own flow. And I can tell you that if you were to see my face while I'm doing this, it wouldn't sound so awkward. Seriously. If somebody's looking at my face, I can actually see it myself. I've seen it myself. I've done that to go and look at when I do the, you know, some people call it rendering, I guess. Not rendering. But when you're putting in all that stuff, editing, when I go in and do that on the ones that I see on my, you know, myself on camera, my face, it sounds so much better all around because people, you know, you can see my facial, you know, my nonverbals, as we used to call them in university, nonverbals. But without it, yeah, and, you know, it just doesn't sound, you know, people make comments about, but I have various reasons. There are people, I don't want them to find me by accident and start crap with me about it. And this is my personal private space, not theirs, you know. And without my, the phone changes my voice. Sometimes they'll make it speed up real fast, and in one sense, speed up fast and go slower. Speed up fast and go slower. It's weird. This is not my voice you're hearing. I mean, it is me talking, but the change that it makes, weird. Okay, right when I was saying that, I was looking right in front of me, and there's a shrub, okay? And yes, it's been raining, and this is what, I'm a very logical person, but there was something in the shrub, the bushes shrub, and it was blinking, and like a, what do you call it? Oh, what's it called? I can't think, but it has different colors, and now it's blinking again. But I'm sure it's probably rain with the sun hitting it, and it's multicolored, you know, kind of like a rainbow colors. What do you call that? Like a metallic rainbow? And I'm saying, is there a, you know, I don't think it is, but it's weird how it, right when I said that, I'm looking, and there's this thing over there that is blinking, and but like I said, it's probably rain on a leaf, and the sun hits it, and it makes all those colors. And plus, there's a little baby lizard, 2 of them. They must be having a race or chasing one another. But anyway, you see, I get distracted. Anyway, it's telling me I'm probably not going to have enough time until I get everything else off of my enough space until I get everything else off of my camera. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up so I can do all those. I'll talk to you on another video. Bye.